Hello everyone, good morning, good evening, whenever you are. Hope you are fine and well. This is Saamer Rمان from World of Opinions in Kuwait and Jordan. Happy to, I guess, meeting you again, even if it's a virtual conference at WAPOR. And hope we can meet in person in the next conference and everyone will be safe and fine. My presentation today will be about, or the title, How People Are Happy with the Religious Trip Hajj Satisfaction Index, and I will be talking about the Jordanian pilgrims who performed Hajj. As most of you, I guess, know that Hajj is one of the big pillars of Islam, where people go to Mecca and perform different religious practices, and they travel, they live in places, they do some prayers and different things. So this year, and it's assumed, or it's considered as one of the, or maybe the largest annual gathering people in the world, for about 2 to 3 million people. They be in a small spot in the world, as you can see from the picture. Of course, this year is, things are different. Due to the COVID-19, there were limited people who performed Hajj. For the other part is Jordan and the Hajj. Jordan is a country next to Saudi Arabia, where they travel to perform Hajj. And as the number are limited every year from each country, so Jordan, that year where we did the survey after they finished the pilgrimage, were 5,636 pilgrims who are supervised and administered by the Ministry of Islamic Endowment Affairs in Jordan, where they register their name, then they provide them with different information and organize their transportation and give them instructions and different issues related to them. So the pilgrimage is a long journey, which considered our respondents, which are the pilgrims, Jordanian pilgrims, to travel procedures and dealing with different issues, where we will be asking about their experience and how satisfied are they. So actually there are different organizations or research center, academics or governmental agencies who try to measure the opinions of the people who perform Hajj from different countries, and they ask them of their experience and their needs and their satisfaction. Unfortunately, most of them are related to the process and the procedure. So it's not like a third party that they are asking and measuring their evaluation and their experience. So this is one of the thing that I think we are an added value and a unique thing we put in our index here, that we are a third partner. And another issue that we are asking them, and we are outside of this process and outside of Saudi Arabia where they perform Hajj. So, and we asked our Jordanian pilgrims after they finished their experience. So that's maybe a good thing to have them accurate, to make them, to have the freedom of them to answer our questions regarding their experience without any fear or any other issues that might limit their opinions. So our index aims to know the pilgrim's opinion about the Hajj, and in a professional, statistical way. That's what we hope is we are doing, and we identifying the positive and negative aspects in their trip from since they started organizing or planning their trip to Mecca from Jordan until they came back to their homes and finished all the procedures there. And we are also asked about the problems they faced in Jordan and Saudi Arabia and in between the borders and while traveling, and also knowing the changes that occurred in the mental image of the pilgrims about the security issues, public safety during the Hajj journey. And we aim to empower the decision makers and workers who are related to the Hajj to improve their work. Well, our methodology that we started data collection for 26 days after, as I said, they performed the Hajj in 2018, and we interviewed them by calling them and telling them if they wanted to answer a phone interview or if they wanted to send or have a link to answer according in their time and whenever they think it's ready. I know this is a way that some people escaped from our response and our interview, but that's it. It's sometimes things are going according to the convenience of the respondent, but it gives us some high of refuse rate, as I will see or mention in the next slide. So we, as I said, we have our population study is 5,636 pilgrims. We took a sample from 1,333 sample from the pilgrims. Number of the completed survey we had out of this is 315. So we can say we have a 23 response rate, 23%. Of course, in between those, we have communicated who answered our phone about 841 people, and 8%, 687 of those, which is 81, they agreed to participate. And some of them say, we wanted to send us the link by WhatsApp or email or whatever. But out of those, only 275 who completed the survey. So we have 40 people completed by the phone, and 275 pilgrims completed their interview or the survey by the link we sent. Okay, so regarding the topics we had in our index, we asked, as always, about the demographic issues. We asked about the travel procedures, transportation, housing, accommodation. We asked about the rule of Syria and Jordanian authorities, health care provided by Saudi and Jordanian authorities, and the performance of Hajj, and the religious guidance and services they got, and the impact of the religious commitment. Those are the results we have, and we have, after I'll get those some of the specific results here, we will go and see our overall result regarding the satisfaction and how happy and unhappy or sad about different issues. The number one was about that people are happy, Jordanian pilgrims are happy about the Saudi charitable organizations, and this is logic because those give them assist, they give them education, they give them publication, they give them food, drinks, because it's a hard trip where they needed some of these services. The second was the procedures of leaving the airport in Jordan, 93%, and this is also logic because people usually are happy to go with the airplane more than the buses, because the buses where most Jordanian pilgrims go through the buses. As I said, it's Jordan next to Saudi Arabia, so they stay in the bus about 20 hours with the big buses, large buses. And then we have different procedures. We have residents in Mecca, we have the security, the transit and inspection procedures, the residents in the city, which is another holy place next to Mecca, and guidance service. We asked about the bus drivers, the Saudi government agencies procedures, airport arrival in Saudi Arabia, 83%. We also asked about the medical health service, it's 80%, satisfaction. We're going through, of course, as you can see, some services are provided by Jordan delegation or Jordan ministry, even if they are in Saudi Arabia, like the medical, and some of them are provided by the Saudi government and agencies. So those are different issues. As you can see, we're going down in satisfaction to go in the bottom, in the 60s and the 50s, and even below the 50%. Like tents in Mina. Mina is one of the places where pilgrims stay. It's like a desert where they have a lot of tents, as some of you have seen. And those are unhappy. The people are unhappy with this. The transportation is making people unhappy with this journey or experience. So those, as you can see, the different results. I have pooled, or let me say, I have collected or written overall results that we can talk about. We didn't find a really significant differences between the satisfaction regarding Jordan or Saudi authorities services. As I said, that both of them, they give services to the pilgrims, and but we found that the services that are given by the charitable or official governments are higher than the services that are given from the private sectors, like communication, transportation. So this is something we have to think about, that the service that are given by the government is more, people are more satisfied than the people are given from the private sectors. Also, the as we say, the transportations and the guidance and religious guidance is doing okay from both sides, Saudi and Jordanian, where we have about 7 out of 10 satisfaction. Also, about the residency in the holy places, they, as I said, did not achieve a good people satisfactory, but residents in the cities, not in tents, in the cities of Mecca and Medina, impressed 9 out of 10 pilgrims. This is a very unique issue, that people are not satisfied with the financial aspects. We're not, because when we ask them, are you happy of the services you got, comparing to the money you paid to, and it was one of the lowest satisfactory items they answered us. Overall, we think the results represent a useful material for parties who wanted to explain and understand those numbers in order to improve their the conditions of this journey of overall. Those are recommendations. Some are specific, some are in general. We can say that there should be a more coordination between the companies who give the services to the pilgrims, and also we wanted them to focus more on transportation. This is a very bad issue that the people are not happy about, and increase the numbers of the tents and other things that are related to accommodating people outside of the hotels, even though that it's a couple of days. Like for example, they stay in Arafah only for 1 day, where they go into those desert, and they leave before the sunset or with the sunset. And Mina, they sleep 3 to 3 days accordingly. So this is something important. Also, the increase in other services like the restrooms and other. Announcing also, we love that people will know who are best serving those people in their trip, and in order to be like an incentive for them to continue developing their work, and they are number one, like we can have a top 10 agencies who people are happy with them in their trip, and also to activate real supervision on the companies, especially the private sector, who provide services. And also for the Jordan Ministry of Endowment, it should conduct more awareness and information campaigns about people, how to use different technologies, health issues, in order to make the experience of this holy trip or religious trip more easier and more useful. And also depending deep in cooperation between the Jordanian companies and the other authorities in the Saudi Arabia. Even if we have to increase the services that are provided by Jordan, even if they are in their trip in KSA, it will be a good idea. And also to increase the people who assist in the Hajj affairs and to serve people in their trip. So this is my briefly about our index. We had 32 index different items we asked about. We give most people are satisfied with and unsatisfied with. And thank you very much, and hope we will have a wonderful conference and a wonderful presentation, and hope to see you again next year and next conference in person. Thank you, and bye-bye.